Please can we sit? Formally, this event has kicked off. And until we finish recognizing and celebrating excellence in Nigerian agriculture tonight, we're all together. Good evening. We'd like to invite Professor Ikani. Thank you. He is the chairman of the African Works Committee. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am introduced as the chairman of the Central Committee for this event. My name is Professor Ikani Emmanuel. I'm from Ahmadu University. Afro Nigeria is celebrating only one thing tonight: achievements. We are going to use this occasion to recognize the actors behind this achievement. I want to let you know that Nigeria agriculture is transiting from the traditional, drudgery, dirty, meant to live for the illiterate and the poor, and moving to agribusiness. And this has been the foundation of this has been laid in the past Minister of Agriculture traditional, and we want to celebrate this achievement and the actors behind this achievement. I believe that any nation, any society that fails to recognize and award excellence has succeeded at promoting mediocrity and indolence. And I don't think it will go another path. So this evening, like I've been told, this is the second event of this award, and I want to tell you that you're going to enjoy yourself today. It's going to be a great evening. So relax, enjoy yourself, and feel good. Just want to say welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Professor Ikani, Emmanuel Ikani, for that opening address. Thanks for making it brief and to the point. As we said, we're here to celebrate achievement. We're here to celebrate excellence. And excellence is what tonight is going to be all about. And we want to kick off the events with a drama. We have a 10-minute drama presentation that's going to be made for your entertainment. And we'll be inviting the drama troupe to come in now to make their presentation. While we also have on the program food, entertainment, food. So I'm sure you're ready to eat it.
This Now so we sit down, Jeje. Now the man enter our land. They don't say they don't know in this and use it. Well, now we say sit down, Jeje, they look. They don't steal our idea. Carry go build their land. They don't carry our towers from us. Don't take the relevant one. But we not free because they are rich. Now the contract say no lady. And so we come to lead the team the ground again. They look for the missing gold until we can't discover yet another one. In them now, agriculture. Hey, those I beg you need agriculture. Shut up! Agriculture. Nonsense. That is to say, man must die.
Please do forgive our uncultured talk. As she was saying, agriculture is a noble profession, just like banking, marketing, law, medicine.
Full stop.
It's just that the sector has suffered limited from the government since the discovery of petroleum.
Change your call.
Today, our country is richly blessed with highly placed farmers amongst the influential personalities in Africa and the world at large.
But for more information, we have properties and reputation farmers all over the country. But even if you forgot to he was a reputable farmer. It means that why people don't forget that looking at this for another head. Hey, we talk back! Even Professor Anto Nakama, Mrs. Wilma Agwe, Nakama, everybody here said, Nakama, even plus including the ones that are even thinking of trying to enter the farming system. Nakama, look, agriculture don't go beyond homes like the class. Now when you tell them, make them stand up, make them wake up, make them embrace agriculture, because agriculture brings about the past, present, and future. Nigeria is blessed with culture and agriculture. Farmers are not illiterate. Illiterates are not farmers. Education is indeed. Education has to do with having an insight with something and knowing it. The world depends on state farmers, whether urban or rural. Farmer and farmer because agriculture is the soul of human existence. Even all the doctors here can attest to it that agriculture is even the best. I believe our doctors, the middle part of it. Without agriculture, the medicines we use to cure sickness and diseases, it cannot happen. Even the furniture we use in our homes and other equipment, they are made and output of agriculture. True love! Stop buying televisions in the railway station.
It is time we started cultivating. It is time for our evergreen nation to embrace agricultural production. It is time we went back to the farm. The lines are falling in pleasant places. All we need to do is to think creatively. Let us all come together. It is time for change. Let us eradicate poverty, because only agriculture can help achieve that in no hurry.
No, but that cannot happen. You mean me as you use my hands to pull the soil? No, it cannot happen. No. I will kill you.
Simply because what oil cannot do, agriculture has done completely.
You ain't did this, now you look me. You say you want better cow meat. Yes, it's very well. Yes, you want the grass in the cow now. You want that problem. I pity you. See, make I tell you, we all need one another to survive. How you do? That's so. Even the man and the animals need us are just like we them. Make I come tell you now something. See, other better to do the food agriculture. Now good road. Good water supply. Good better life. In fact, and again. Hello? Mr. President, sir. The change is here.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to this inaugural lecture. We thank you very much. And tonight, we shall be celebrating the heroes and the people who have helped us grow in agriculture, and we are making a living of it. Now, if your hands are not easy and your legs are not shaky, please kindly rise up and give a round of applause for these people who have helped us grow in agriculture. A round of applause, a round of applause, a round of applause, a round of applause.
Would like to say a very big thank you to the drama troupe, the Unilag drama troupe, for that presentation. Are you not entertained? Do we have food in our mouth? Are you not entertained? Aha. We're looking forward to more entertainment this evening as we go live. Channel Television for the awards proper. But before we take that, we'll have a few words from Professor Iyayi, who will be giving us the keynote address. Is Professor Iyayi here? All right, please let's give the professor a hand as he arrives to give us his keynote address.
I'm going to do very quick business because I was told I have just about 10 minutes to give the keynote address, and you will agree with me that talking about Nigerian agriculture 10 minutes cannot do it. Well, I'm going to talk on agriculture and imperative for Nigeria's greatness. Next slide, please. I have two quotes here, which are very useful to me as an agriculturist. One is from George Washington, the other is from Dwight Eisenhower. And the first one says, "I know of no pursuit in which more real and important services can be rendered to any country
than by improving its agriculture, its breed of useful animals, and other branches of husbandman's care. Then the second one from Dwight Eisenhower talks about farming looks mighty easy when your plow is a pencil and you are 1,000 miles from the cornfield. And I would like to say that our own situation in Nigeria, actually, when you look at it from the government side, the second quote fits very well into how we have been perceiving agriculture and agricultural productivity. Next slide. Well, before now, as we all know, agriculture was very prominent in the contribution to our national gross domestic product, the GDP, contributing up to about 40% to our GDP and providing up to 60% employment. Now, within the last decade or so, it accounted for about 51% of job creation in this country. So we are talking of a sector that is very, very important and that is very key to the economic development of this country. Well, just to recall that in the 1960s, which we all know about, 60% of global palm oil was from this country, 30% of the global granite was from this country, 20 to 30% of granite oil was from this country, and 15% of the global cocoa was also from Nigeria. But there has been a very rapid decline between then and now. According to the current statistics, the GDP contribution of agriculture to the sectoral contribution of agriculture to the national GDP has reduced to just barely 21%, compared to even the industries, which is standing at 24.5% currently, and then other services at 54%. That is not a good picture. And the reason for this is that there has been very serious underfunding of agriculture in this country. I'm just going to take a few examples. If you look at the statistics we have there, for cereal yields in Nigeria, tons per hectare compared to countries like Egypt, South Africa, Zambia, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria is far, far behind. And even for the world average, Nigeria is about 121% below the world average in terms of cereal production. And when you look at features like expenditure on agriculture with Nigeria compared to other notable countries, also in the third world, we have very low agricultural funding, which is one of the problems in agriculture. If you look at Nigeria's funding in agriculture compared to Malaysia and Indonesia, we discovered that against Malaysia, it is 8 times less funded. And for agricultural raw material contribution to industries, again, the picture is very woeful, about 50 times less that of Indonesia. And for mechanization, the statistics is just the same. And then we have also low irrigation. And this is a wonder because as I will show in the few slides that are to follow, we have a very large body of water that can help grow our agriculture. Well, this is a slide I borrowed from the last Minister for Agriculture, Dr. Adesina. Look at the potential that we have for agricultural growth in this country. If you look at the land, 84 million hectares is available for agricultural cultivation. Water, about 279 billion cubic meters of surface water that is yet untapped. Then we have the labor force. It is projected by 2020 we are going to have about 110 million youths, which is a workforce that can be harnessed for agricultural growth in this country. Currently, the youth population of this country stands at about 64 million, and most of them are really not fully engaged. And we believe that these are people in the age bracket of between 25 to 40 years who are energetic, and their energy can be better directed to agri production. And then the market is quite large. Look at the internal market, and currently we are standing at about 165 million. That's what the population statistics says. But it is projected that by 2050, the population of Nigeria is going to grow to about 470 million, and we are going to be the third most populous nation after China and India. And by that time, food demand is going to rise by about 70%, largely in the sub-Saharan Africa. So what do? We, first of all, need a paradigm shift. We saw the play that was presented. We need to know that on the aggregate level, Nigeria is underinvesting in its agricultural sector. Therefore, lack of investment has limited the capacity for adequate allocation to key inputs across the agricultural value chain. And then key policy changes are needed to enable increased performance also in this sector. Now, this is where we are at the present, the agri value chain, which is something that was introduced by the last minister, and he vigorously pursued it. And I believe that creating innovative platforms along the value chain is going to help to move the agricultural sector forward, rather than taking it from zero to, from the first level all the way down to market. Anybody can key into the value chain, right from input producers to farmers, to agro dealers, to processors, to manufacturers, and then trade and export. Anyone can locate where he has comparative advantage along the value chain. And this is how I believe that the agricultural productivity of this country can be enhanced. And even for the youths. And I think the reason why our youths are not interested in agriculture is because they see agri as dirty, they have to use their hands, they have to use their hoe. But if we begin to give them orientation that they can fit into any of the sectors of the value chain, we are going to have results. For example, in the universities, now the focus now is to let students know that it is not just all about production. They can also take aspects of the value chain and run with it. So what are the key areas that we really need to look at in order to push agriculture into the front burners for economic development of our country? I have an improvement in rural family income. Now, if you look at the lists there, we have had a lot of intervention programs. I don't want to start naming them because of time, but there have been many, very many. And then the second bullet there, we also know that we had a third national development plan that was to last from 1975 to 1980, but along the line, this one was pushed aside because that plan was actually to shift emphasis from tree crop to food crops. And that's when we had the Operation Feed the Nation and all such programs. But again, there was limited success in the operation of most of these programs because there was a serious disconnect between the rural sector and the urban centers where these food products actually are meant to be traded in, and then where consumption pattern was much more than what you have in the rural sector. So Except we have a connection in terms of building infrastructures to connect the rural to the urban markets, we are going to have also limited success. Another key area is youth empowerment. I think, as I said, the current population stands at about 64 million of young people. These they represent a critical mass of labor that can be engaged in the agricultural sector. And then I would like to also call for the formation of a youth council with engagement of youths in agriculture as a major policy drive of the council. We have counseled for several other sectors in this country, but it is time the government begins to harness our youths into a critical mass of labor force that can be directed into food production. And then innovation are needed to also make agriculture attractive to them. And as I said, they don't have to see agric as just using their bare hands and hoes and cutlasses to work. Now, we conducted a very small research in our university at Ibadan. We interviewed a couple of agricultural science students, undergraduates, when they go for their practical year. And we discovered that they don't like it when the medical students are hanging on their white coat and stethoscopes, and then they are hanging on their hose and their, their work boots to walk around the campus. So we said, okay, we are going to try and introduce innovation platforms that will make them get engaged in agriculture, but without necessarily soiling their hands. Another key area is for industrial growth, because if we drive agriculture, agriculture is going to drive the industry, and as the industry is driven and we have more production, it's going to generate more employment, more income is also going to be earned, both laterally and vertically, and then consumption pattern is going to change, also both laterally and vertically, and this will again, in turn, boost our agricultural production. And then lastly, as it was in the past years, and even much more now, we need to drive agriculture to earn foreign exchange. And this way we need government intervention. Can they create regional markets for us, for our products? Can we come together in groups so that we can improve our packaging system so that our products can be more competitive in the international market? These are areas we have to critically look at, because if we produce and ours are below the standard needed in the international market, it's never going to attract any price. And I think this is where we are grateful to bodies like the group that brought us here together, Agro Nigeria, Richard and his group, and all those that are working hard in this regard. We really need to encourage them. Thank you for your attention.
Would have to take the dance troupe right now, and after that, we hope to go live on Channels Television. Can we have the dance troupe, please?
Hey!
Please, can you give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.